Okay, status update for the end of the week. I did a pretty big overhaul on camera today. Um, and so here's where I started. I was looking at Zelda and this FOV adjuster for Breath of the Wild. I found their default FOV was 0.87. And so if you do the math on that, that is 82 degree 82 degrees. And that is pretty narrow. And so, but, using that as a starting point, and then I was looking at, you know, how big is Link on the screen? And, about 220 pixels tall on average when you're out in the wilderness. And that's a 720p. And so that gave me this metric of screen size of 0.30 about for vertical. And so what I did was in our camera, so I added a view to draw the bounding box and to calculate here the box size, which is 0.32. And so as you move around, you can kind of see that updated. And basically, I tried to put in parameters that were a pretty close match to what they were doing. In my opinion, an FOV of 82 is really small. Sorry, let me restart this. If I do 82, it's not a huge difference, but it does make a pretty big difference in what you can see. So I kind of went with 88, and this is basically about as close as I could get to what Breath of the Wild does, but with a camera offset. Um, and so that's the first piece. The second thing I did was I made some changes to the camera spring arm. And so this is the default behavior, which is just, I think, terrible. So you get this behavior where this is what the spring arm does. It pushes itself away from geometry until there's nothing left to hit, and then it just springs back to maximum length. And so I added what I'm calling soft transition. And so again, this is off, and then this is with it on. And it's based on movement, exactly like the Breath of the Wild camera. And so if I do this and I start to move the camera out and I stop, even though there's nothing obstructing the camera, it still isn't returning to the original spring length until you put some more movement input in. So I think this is a huge, huge, huge improvement over the default spring arm. When you do stuff like this, especially, there's not just this abrupt, transition. You get obscured and it slowly returns to, it gets rid of all the jerky movements. I think it's a huge win. I might adjust, I put in some thresholds for how much movement you have to do before it returns to the full length and whatnot. So it's pretty tunable, but I think it's a huge improvement. And the pitch distance curve still works with it. I think that's about it. So I'm checking this in as kind of a baseline for us. Let's just see where we go. Let's do another tuning session and we can see where we go from here for the camera parameters. Just kind of play with this room and see how you think it feels. Oh, I also did refine. I looked at that bug you mentioned. Oh, I see blocking's off on that. I was trying to I was trying to demonstrate this. Ah, here we go. So the camera fading when you get close. Boy, I might need to make it even. I might need to make it even closer. There we go. So now it is distance based, and we can tune the values for when it starts and when it's fully faded. And it actually handles multiple objects now. So yeah, we should probably tune that too. All right, that's it.